Well, greetings and happy Memorial Day to everybody. This is RES2484, and welcome to my Memorial Day special. Uh, this special, I'll be showing off some, possibly some future projects for my Trucking Simulator series. The first one in mention is 18 Wheels of Steel Haulin for the PC. As you can see, I have it here on the screen. So, what I'm gonna do for y'all this special is show this game off to you and what what all the major differences are between the games I'm actually LPing and the new games. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start off. So here's what you do. Now, first of all, when you press new game, clearly these are all the different cities you can go to. There's a shitload of them. So let's see. I'm gonna choose Houston, 'cause that's my hometown right now. So anyway, there's actually 3 difficulty settings. Now, as y'all remember, in 18 Wheels of Steel Across America, they gave you this option. Because there's just one that easy and medium mode have no loans, but hard mode does. It's $100,000 loan, $20,000 easy in cash. The return is supposed to be properly oriented for unloading. Now, the difference between all these is that easy and medium and no national loan. $50,000 starting cash on easy. Medium, it's $20,000. Now, easy. Hold on a second, y'all. Sorry about that. Just a pop up. But anyway, easy mode. There's no loan. $50,000. Proper trailer orientation is not necessary. In medium, it's no loan, $20,000 starting cash, and they have to be aligned. And hard mode is yes, you have a loan. So we're just gonna do it on easy mode for right now. So let's rock and roll. Now, there's a lot of major differences in this game. As you can tell, the graphics quality is a lot better. It's practically obvious. It's a newer game. Has updated traffic AI, and this one, unfortunately, you had to obey all the traffic rules. So, alright, well, first off the show, I'm going to show you the nice details right here. So they look pretty nice, don't they? So you have your tachometer there in the center, your speedometer, and then there's your fuel gauge. It's the first one of see that large cluster of small gauges right there? The first one on the top left is actually your fuel gauge. So you start off with 3/4 of a tank. So not a full tank, 3/4. This is your truck. And notice that this is your outside view. As you can see, you start off with $50,000. You're on the top right. Now the star, what that is, that's what is known as your I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's actually it's just a bar showing you how much you're breaking the law. I mean, if it's enough, I think it's just like it fills up to a quarter or less. The cops will pull you over, but most likely they'll just give you a warning. You're like going too fast or something. So, anyway, gotta be careful about that, because you can get severely fined for speeding. You can't run red lights. You had to, you have to, adhere to the speed limits and all that stuff. So, Anyway, as you can see in this mode, you see your tachometer and speedometer. And yes, you actually have a odometer on this one. It's about 69,904. Now it's all randomized, so they're all gonna be different. They're all gonna be used trucks. So this one doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it, but it's a 6-speed transmission. So 3 is actually your front view now. 4 is your overhead now. That's one from far away, which actually is kind of cool in a way. Doesn't really move or anything. So that's really the only views you really have. So you go to N. Now, here's a lot of information. I'm just kind of breaking this down to you as much as I possibly can. Now, you're going to have contracts. Now, contracts are going to be your drivers. Now, your drivers, you can have up to, I think you can have up to 35 drivers, I think. I mean, it's a huge number. So this is how you would this is how you'd manage everything. Now, here in your column here, you'd have driver, then you have which truck they're driving, and then what's this? This is trailer. In this game, you can actually buy your own trailers. Now, trailers do cost some money, and what the advantage of those is you're owning your own trailers. You actually will get more money in your pocket. Now, on typical jobs, you can just lease out a trailer, but you won't get as much money. So it's really all about how much money you're actually going to get out of it. You'll get more money if you own your own trailer. And trucks, well, that's practically obvious. And then drivers, well, hasn't really changed much. Now, that's your journal. It just tells you what you've done in the game. View bank account. Now, this is something new. You can actually take out loans in this game. Now, loans... Okay, here's what I advise about loans, y'all. Now, as y'all know, the loan system... sorry, I take a drink of coffee. As you know, loans are require interest, and you're going to have to make weekly payments on this if you take loans out. So be extremely careful about how much you take out, because you got to make sure you're making enough money to actually cover that. And if you have drivers, you got to make sure you got to have enough money, because if you go in the negative, it's game over, and you're just going to have to start over again. So it has happened to me before, but I'm not going to go that much into detail about it because I don't really like that. Now here's what you can do in this game. You can actually order trucks. Now, alright, first of all, it'll show you already gives you a show of all the list in the game that you want. Of all the trucks that they have. You can actually order trucks. These trucks are brand new trucks. Now in this game you can buy used trucks. Now the dealerships you go to are going to be for used trucks. Now you can actually go in your navigation. I press the letter N key to go in here. And you go order trucks. You can actually order your own brand new trucks. For you, for your drivers, or whatever you want to deal with. In the older trucks, you can give it to your drivers, and vice versa. Now, I will show you. This is my favorite truck, the 4Runner Aggressor. This is the one that I'll most likely be using if I do a playthrough of this. So anyway, here are the different categories of these trucks. Now, you can tell some of these are blank on the side here. And there are some that says sleeper. Okay, let me explain to you about that. Yes, this thing does have a fatigue simulation system in it. And the way this works is this: is that in the trucks that have sleeper next to them, you can actually sleep in your trucks. But the ones that don't, you can't. You'd actually have to go to a motel or something of that nature. But luckily in this game, your cargoes are not timed like they are in Hard Truck 18 Wheels of Steel. They're not timed. So you have to actually stop at a motel and pay to get some sleep. And then you can drive on. But if you have a sleeper truck, you can actually pull over and you can actually get some sleep. So that's basically the how that stuff works there. Now, in this game, you can also customize your truck. Different customizations like that, different colors. Now, here's the biggest difference, and this is what I love about it, is that you actually get to choose what engine, what transmission, what brakes, and what tires go on there. Now, there is a shitload of, as you can see, there are a shitload of transmissions. Now, they're all going to have different statistics. I personally like the 13 speeds. Just to let y'all know, I most likely be using 13 speed. But anyway, there's a vast amount of options for transmissions. And then brakes, they'll have brakes, and then different tires. So you can also choose your own solid color scheme, full spectrum, thousands and thousands of color combinations that you can do choosing. Now those that's order truck. Now you can order trailers. Now trailers, there's a long list of trailers you can choose from, as you can see. As you can see, there's anywhere from long loads, there's hoppers, chemicals, flatbeds, waste disposal, acids, stuff like that. So you can actually buy them, and they're all priced differently, as you can tell. So the cheapest one's probably around $10,000. So they're not really that expensive. But you gotta remember, you gotta pay for them to store them in a garage, which I'll explain in a minute. So anyway, if you buy these, you can actually store them in parking lots. Now parking lots are stationed in every city. Now, the way parking lots work is you can actually store your trucks and your trailers in parking garages, parking lots. Now, there is a monthly fee for you to store them, of course. But anyway, you can use these. You can actually store these trailers, and if you want to pick one up, pick one up yourself, and then just find a supplier. Which, I'm not. I don't think I'll show here in the special, but I'm just letting you know about it. That it's like when you do buy a trailer, you can look on your navigation and say, all right, well, I'm trying to find this particular haul. So we go back here. So well, let's say when you want to move a truck, let's say we're in Houston, right? And we got a delivery to Atlanta, Georgia, let's just say. So on our way there, our truck has incurred massive damage. Apparently, some idiot ran into us or something. So we really can't afford to fix it right now. So what we're gonna do is I was like, well, wait a minute, I got a truck I could use that's in Houston still. So this is what you can do. Go to Manage Trucks, and hold on just a second, y'all. I remember that I had something to do, so I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Had a quick restroom break. So anyway, so where was I? All right, so we're on our Managed Trucks thing on our screen, and here, this is a list of all those trucks you have and where they are, and if you're driving it or your other driver is driving it, it'll show you the truck damage, engine, brakes, transmission, tires, hood, and overall. It'll tell you, okay, if you're hauling in cargo, if you're contracted to a company. Now, each company is there's gonna be contracts and stuff available that you would like to get. You know, they'll offer you so much money, and then you can assign drivers to that as you proceed. Trailers, don't have any trailers, so don't worry about it. Drivers, well, um, this kind of just shows you, all right, well, you're off duty this amount of time. So, sleeper, well, just how much time you've been sleeping. Berth driving just means kind of going around and searching for cargoes. On duties when you actually get a cargo and you're actually driving. So that's what that stuff means. So, also here's the transport vehicles option. Now, if you have one, like I said before, if you have one truck that's in Houston, you want to ship it to Atlanta, you use this screen. You say, all right, I want this truck to this place. You know, you just choose where. Now that's pretty much all the management stuff that you have control of. Here is a view map of all the cities you can go to. Yes, you can even go to Canada in this one. Now here's some things you can do with it. Like you can say, oh, turn gas stations off, on gas stations, on service stations, on way stations, use truck dealerships. So, hotels. I highly recommend stopping at those because you're not timed for your cargo, so, you know, why not? So, parking lots, that's where your trucks are going to be parked. Garages is where you can go and upgrade your trucks. Usually you just have one in your home city, but you can actually purchase others. And there are companies, which I normally leave this off because it makes your map a little confusing. So anyway, you can zoom in and out, and also you can advance time. So there is a fatigue simulator, but it's a lot easier to deal with. So that's pretty much all you have to do in your navigation. So this is your garage. Now you can change trucks, you can store trailers and stuff here. There's a week parking fee, as you can see. So you gotta make sure you gotta keep that in mind. But right now we have nothing stored there, so they won't charge us a fee. So anyway, let's take this baby for a test drive, shall we? So anyway, controls remain the same. As you can tell, I mean, on your end, it's probably going to be pretty choppy, but, let's see.
Hey, any hand out there got a 1013?
So anyway, we are going to turn right here on this road. I don't know what this road is, but, now, here's what's different about this game is you actually had to stop at every red light. Now, unlike the other game where you can just blow through the lights, you really can't unless you want to get fined by the police. So, also the speed limits in each city are 45 miles an hour. So, just to let you know, and okay, so you know we're good there, but. Apparently this is a simulation of downtown Houston, but it really isn't. So we're doing a little driving. Now you cannot cross the crosswalk. If you do, you're I don't know what you're supposed to call that, but I guess your lost status bar. Yeah, let's just do that. It's called lost status bar. Will go all the way up if you um, run a lot. I mean, if you hit somebody, it'll go up a certain amount. Now here's a trick. Here's something that you can do. I mean, it'll consume a lot of time, but is that you can just wait for your bar to go down if you see a cop. Now, so the army supply is right here. So anyway, I'm gonna switch to a different view so I can see. Different here. This is a great view for if you want to turn, because you do not want to. So anyway, we're gonna go over here to the army supply over here. So make sure to pay attention to the traffic lights. I mean, when you have cargo, it's gonna react differently. But we're just gonna be moseying over here, just kind of showing you what it's like. Here's the army base. So you gotta have a lot of different carriers. So let's go to the symbol here. Press enter. And now let me introduce you to some of the newer features of Hard Truck Series. The introduction of double trailers. Now here's how double trailers work. Pretty obvious what they are. But backing these things up is a total fucking bitch. This is really only for expert drivers only. Because these things are a pain in the fucking ass to park into a spot. So if you're doing this on hard mode, you are an expert at it, because it is one of the hardest things to do. Now let me explain something to you. Now the different cargoes and stuff, they have different clearances. Which I mean is that there are some of them that are wide loads and that actually overtake lanes. So you gotta keep that in mind. So you got army goods. All these are mainly just to so let's just do one to El Paso, just as an example. Then once you chose the route you want, I know it's not much, but I'm just showing it off. You accept job, and there it is. So we mosey on over here, and the controls for hitching up jobs is practically similar, but let's see here. So it'll show you right here on the screen here. Press T, and now you have a trailer. Now when your trailer comes up, you'll see there's a bar, there's a trailer symbol, and then there's a bar. That's trailer damage. Now in this game, trailer damage and truck damage are separate, because in the older games they weren't. They're all one thing, but apparently this time around they're actually separate. So please keep that in mind when you're hauling cargo. So anyway, so we're just gonna venture out here. See if I can remember how to get to El Paso. Now the highway systems are a lot more I wouldn't say closer to what they should be, but well, anyway, you have two zoom ins for the map. One's a close up for city view, and one's for map navigation. Now I'll warn you, when you have cargoes, it'll take you longer to stop, which is obviously it's a physics thing. But anyway, so we're just gonna wait till the light is green here. Now, when it turns yellow in the middle of an intersection, yes, there is a high possibility that you might get. If you pass the light when it turns red, they won't charge you. But when the head of your truck kind of lines up with that first line right there, I suggest you stop. So now we're going to turn left here, and we're going to turn left onto the main road. Now the main roads you see right here, there are going to be other trucks on the road, plus different cars, which more modernized versions of cars, not something from the 1970s or 80s. So, alright, so what we're going to do now is, of course, we cannot go over 45 miles an hour, because I'll show you what happens when it does. So, now in this game, you actually will see the cops coming to pull you over. So I think there are ways to actually outrun them. Now, a good way to not tell if the speed limit changed is if the traffic AI speeds up. So, unfortunately, this truck does not go that fast. So, it only goes maybe about 50 miles an hour. So, so as you can tell, the scenery is a lot different. I mean, it's more detailed. I'd say it's still way far off from what it really looks like, but oh, hold on a second. I don't remember what the windshield wipers were, because they actually changed the controllers on this. Let's see. Windshield wipers. Wipers is... yeah, they changed it to P for some reason. I don't know why. So... oh. Also, you gotta have your lights. You have your low beams and your high beams. So... anyway, and you're gonna have traffic. I mean, there is really no way to avoid it in this game. So, and now we're going about 40 miles an hour, and we're gonna want to go. Oh, I just got to remember. Let's see. It'll come to me. This game is so freaking long. I think you want to go towards San Antonio. I'm not really sure. I think you want to go towards San Antonio. Alright, so now we're actually getting on the highway. Now, as you can tell, the information screens have definitely changed. The weather effects are a lot prettier. The sky is a little bit more realistic. So, I mean, you can usually tell there's a huge difference in this game. And you actually have a built-in CB radio and all that stuff. So. But you have no radar detector in this game. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that. Absolutely no radar detector. The only thing you know if you're actually breaking the law is your little law indicator right there. So, if it just look a little bit bar like that, they won't pull you over. So, just to let you know. So, I mean, this is a very much longer, more in-depth game, as you can see. Beautiful sunset, wouldn't you say? So, anyway, but this is 18 Wheels is Still Haulin. Now I'm going to have to stop it right there, because we're getting close to, we're right at the 30-minute mark. So, So let me just turn this back over here to snag it here. But anyway, that concludes my first 30 minutes of my special. I hope you've enjoyed it, and then next time we'll continue on. We'll drive all the way to El Paso if time allows. Then after that, I'll wrap things up, and then we will move to the second game. So I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see you next part.